All right, everyone. It's not Scopely or Boundless without a special surprise for us at the store reset, and that's exactly what we're here to talk about today. So we got some notifications for some events. We're going to be taking a look at these new milestone, the Festival of Fortune stuff that's going on right now, and wow, are they being greedy upon greedy? And it makes me really wonder what is going on with this company. There's a lot of problems going on right now in the game, and this is just kind of adding to some of it. I will concede that at least in the blog post, they did kind of let us know that this was going to be, you know, Whaley, but I do want to go over it anyways and kind of cover it because there's certain aspects of it that really makes me wonder, is there something else going on? So with all the other problems going on, we need to check this out. So without further ado, let's get this show started. Okay, so we're back here in the events section of the game, and you may actually, you know what, sorry, really quick, before we take a look at that, I want to take a look at the inbox. That's my bad, sorry. So there were some mails that were sent out to us. Here, good fortune is on the way. This is the first one. This is regarding the Jubilee costume, the You're the Tiger thing. So luck is coming in for a landing with the upcoming Festival of Fortune event. And you have some of the details here. This is an Alliance donation milestone, for the record, which for those of you who don't know, involves, well, Stark Tech donations and you donating gold or power cores to meet your goals. Now, I think for this, we're going to be getting brand new milestone. They're rejigging it. They're rejigging the whole milestone thing. So what it's going to look like when the event goes live in 3 days, we're not entirely sure. But I just wanted to raise this first. Now, the second one here is the Stark Armory Stockpile. Now, this is the whale event. So, stock up on valuable supplies with the upcoming Stark Armory Stockpile event. It's essentially the same thing, but you're only going to get credit for this, the orbs that you need to open for this milestone. You're only going to get that from the very end of the milestone, the huge boxes that'll show up once they rejig the milestone. So, if you click OK, actually, yeah, if you click OK, we can see the milestones itself. Quickly, before we get to the milestone, though, yes, I do want to talk about the milestone itself. So if you click on the Alliance donation button here in your Alliance window, you can see how it looks like now. So this is at the store reset time here. There's currently 4 boxes in 1 mega box. Now, this mega box can only be acquired if you, I think half of the Alliance currently donates 50 cores, or if maybe like a third of the Alliance do 100 cores. That being said, this is not that important, you know, for the purposes of this event, because they're completely retailering this. So all we know, I think, is that we're maintaining the 10k, 50 cores, 100 cores. I don't think this is changing, so the same amount of XP that you're going to get per bar, 60, 120, and 180, but what I'm not sure about necessarily is what the XP sort of cutoffs for each of these boxes are going to be. In each of these boxes, you're also going to see the Festival of Fortunes fragments that are going to be in each of these small boxes, and then later on towards the end, again, don't know how many boxes, you're going to have these Stark Armory or fragments, which will open those whale orbs, which presumably you're going to need to spend 50, 100 cores, maybe more than once, in order to accomplish that. My donation is not until after my daily reset, so I'm not going to be doing it here. But if you donate once, you get another window that pops up saying that you can spend, is it 50 cores, I think, in order to donate again. However, this is being changed temporarily for the duration of the event, and they haven't said what that's being changed to. So my guess is this is going to be raised, because in the past, it was something extraordinary. It was like 500 power cores in order to do an extra donation, essentially. So I don't know if they're going to go back to that, or if they're going to go from 50 to 100 or something, but it's going to be crazy, I think, because it's Scopely. So now let's take a look at the milestones where we can see it and to see each of the rewards. So we're going to start with the Festival of Fortunes. This is the Jubilee milestone, and this is the more free-to-play friendly milestone that we're going to be expecting. Now, I did check that the costume does cost 50,000 gold flash bits. A lot of the costumes do cost 50,000, but I did just want to make sure just in case. And starting off, the scoring, how you get the score for this, 1 point for 1 orb, you know, and that's basically it. So how many fragments are we actually getting, though? We don't know, and we won't know this for about 3 days when the event goes live until they rejig those milestones, like I said. So starting off, you know, you're seeing some okay blue stuff. The probably best thing here is probably the T2 ability materials for new players, things like that. And you need to go all the way to the end in order to get to the costume. So you go through some purple, you go through some, blue, you go through some purple, and then you get to some teal at about halfway through. You get some teal catalysts. That's okay, right? You know, and some orange stuff. I find it weird that you're actually getting teal before you step into the oranges, but hey, you know, whatever. You get some fragments here for Armory 14 and Armory 15. You get 6 silver promos, 18 silver promos, and finally at the very end you get the 15,000 gold flash bits that you need to complete this costume. So in total you need to open 22 of these Festival of Fortune orbs. Now, how many of these orbs are you getting on a daily basis? And keep in mind that this depends on your alliance, making sure that your full alliance donates all 24, as many people as you can, to donate. And whether or not, I'm hoping this is free to play accessible, meaning that if everyone donates 10k gold, that we should be able to reach this mark at the end. That's my goal. But obviously we won't know until Thursday. Friday? God, I forgot what day is it. Today is, today's Tuesday, so Friday. Sorry, my bad. So let's talk about the Stark Armory Stockpile. So this is the one that gets me really ticked off a little bit. So you can see right off the bat, you get 1 point per orb. Look at how many pieces that you're getting, though. 46 teal origin pieces. Actually, 46 times 3. That's 138 teal pieces in just this milestone alone, you know, not even counting this Elite 5, and then 46, so 92 more, 210 pieces here for 4 orbs total. Wow, this is Super Whaley designed for those whales. They're milking these whales. Now, we don't know how much you're going to need to spend in order to get these, but I reckon that you're probably going to need to spend probably an insane amount of cores to get this kind of value out of this. There's no way they're letting you walk away with like 100 cores. I don't even know if the donations that what I talked about, the 10k gold, 50 cores, 100 cores, I think they might even rejig those, because it just doesn't seem to me, because 100 cores for a week or 2 weeks honestly doesn't sound that bad, to be honest, to get this kind of shit. So to me, I think that this is going to be like, they're going to blow it up. And what I mean by that is they're not going to make this easy. They're going to make it super, super whaley, and there's another reason that we're going to get to. Look at how much teal gear is in here. It's absolutely insane. And while this might look good, know that you're probably not going to be able to get this without any huge, crazy spending. And fuck, I only have like 2,300 power cores anyways after blowing it on Kate Bishop. So that's a bit of a problem for me. But here, this is what I really wanted to get to, and it's the rankings. So let's start at the bottom, but here you can see a top 1%, Armory 16 orbs, that you're getting 200,000 fragments. Now, rough math, that's a lot. 5 for 10,000, so 50, 100. 100 Armory 16 orb fragments. Pretty sure I just did that really quick in my head. And then at the bottom here, at 51 to 100%, which is basically if you manage to open any orbs, I think, you're getting 1. Okay? So 1 for participating, and 100 for being in the top 1%. Let that sink in. And, you know, you can look at even the difference between 2 to 5% and 1%. That's 60 orbs instead of 100, right? So the margins are quite huge. And this is going to be another 20 as well, the difference here. So you're going to 40, and then 20, and then 10, and so on. And so these gap margins are huge. Are they trying to get people to spend like they've never spent before? Maybe, because we've been seeing more and more of these ranking milestones, or milestones that have ranking at the end, whether it's for Avengers Tower, whether it's for this, whether it's for, hell, I'm pretty sure there's been a few other ones, right? Like, I can't remember off the top of my head, you know, starting with kind of Icarus, where they had milestone payouts, things like that. But we've had some events just recently that had this as well. My brain's just a little bit fried on that matter. But are they trying? Well, there's no question. They are trying to milk the whales. The question is, are they cashing out? Because a lot of people have been saying this. With all of the problems that's in Marvel Strike Force right now, things that they've not fixed, problems with events that they won't acknowledge, technical issues, crashing, lots of crashing, and just a lot of problems since the patch across the board, and really since kind of mid-January, a lot of people have been really unhappy with the direction of the game. So is this going to make people feel any better? Are people blowing this out of the water? Am I blowing out of this water? Maybe, But I mean, this just goes to show how they're kind of milking people more and more and more as the weeks go on. This has been an extraordinary amount of milking over the last month or so that I haven't seen this in this game since. To be honest, you know, we had some pretty bad milestones last year. We had the Lunar New Year, of course. We had the Wolverine Weapon X milestone, and we had some pretty atrocious events. But this definitely, I think, the only saving grace on this is that they told us in advance in the blog post. They did say that this was going to require power cores. How many power cores? I bet you, without a doubt, that this is going to require a lot. Now, I'm going to be having a math video when this comes time, just in the event that, you know, maybe we can actually get some of this. Who knows? But we can't calculate this now because we haven't seen the changes in the milestone itself. So until that comes, we won't be able to actually math this out. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What's Scopely up to? Do you think they're cashing out? Do you think this is a problem? I'd like to hear it and more in the comments down below. So until next time, stay safe, sane, and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.